Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dell. I hope that you're doing well and your families are doing well. This morning is Saturday morning. It has finally stopped raining and I'm going to get out here and do a little bit of work before it gets real humid. They say it's supposed to be 90 today and humid. So I'm going to try and start a little early today. So what I'll be doing today is I'm going to show you 4 ways that I save in my garden while maintaining my garden. I'm going to show you 4 ways along with planting something under this bird bath and just showing you examples of what I'm using to save money. So I hope that you enjoy the video, and thank you all for always supporting my videos, and I will see you soon. I'll come back before the video is over. Take care. All right, so this was my next project in my side garden here, and I'm going to plant something here today, and I believe I'm going to move some flowers from another part of my garden. But one thing that I do to save money is this soil. I'm going to have to remove some of it, not all of it. But to replace the soil, I'll go to another area of my yard or my backyard. I have an area where I can collect dirt, and even though I buy soil, I'll mix that soil that I collect from my yard with the new soil, and then I don't have to use as much. So I'll show you that. That's one way I save money. So this is a little woody part of my area behind my yard here, and I can come out here and pretty much go anywhere and pull the straw back or mulch, because my husband mulches the leaves out here, which they've already kind of dissolved from all the rain. But I'll come out here and I'll start to collect dirt from this area and put where I need it to put in the yard. All right, so here is a little section here where I'm digging up some of the dirt, and you'll find worms out here, which of course is excellent. And I think I see one already. It's in there. It just went up under the there's a little bit of rocks and stuff out here too. But this is an example of what I do to save and not to have to buy so much soil, because I have some out here and I don't want that to go to waste. But this is full of nutrients as well. That's a root from the tree. Look at this soil. Here we go. Here's a little worm. Actually, he's big. I know it's just one time I would not touch a worm, but there's one. We're gonna take him. Let's take him. Let's see if I can scoop him up. All right, so I have this container full of good old fresh dirt, and then what I do is kind of level this off a little bit and then cover it back up. All right, so I have taken all of the dirt out of the soil out of this ring here, and now with the soil that I collected from that area, I'm just going to put it in here. I'll spread it out. I found another worm too. Actually 3. And then I just spread it out. And see, it filled this whole circle. And then what I do is I take some, let me make sure my camera's on. Okay. Then I take some bag dirt and I just lay that on top. I don't really, try to pack it. I just lay a little bit on the top before I plant. And plus I like that black dirt. I'll mulch it too, but I like the All right. Oops, almost fell. So I got that done. Now I'm going to show you my second way that I save money in my garden. All right, the second way that I save money is I look around my yard and see if it's something that I could split up or divide or transplant, and I do that. As you can see, this lamb's ear, it needs to be, it's getting so big, so it could stand to have a few of the pieces removed. So that's what I do. I'll take parts from different areas and make sure I get the root. I hope no lizards are in here because they like to hide. And I'll dig those up and then I'll plant it with something else. So we've got some, and then I'm going to clean them up at the bottom because we had a lot of rain, and lamb's ear do not like rain, or they do not like to be wet, put it that way. So these have got some good roots on it, and I think I've got enough that could go around the bird bath, and then because these will spread, as you could see. So let's see, we've got 5, I think. 5. Yep. So what I'll do is clean this out because it needs to be cleaned out anyway. Put this in another area and cover that back up. Okay, so we've got us some lamb's ear that will come back every year, actually, so that will definitely save money because these are perennials. Okay, I'm back to plant these around this bird bath. Y'all, this is in the what? Well, let me show you this. This is a St. John's wort plant, and it really blooms a pretty. Look at that, just beautiful. So imagine that covered all over, but I guess it will happen when it stops raining. When, yep, it's a little too wet. So now let me tuck this in, make sure you can see what I'm doing. Did that help? Okay, so now I am back getting ready to plant the lamb's ear that I collected from the front yard, and they'll grow back, and these will spread back here. All right, so here are my lamb's ear, and along with that, if you go to the clearance at your local garden store, these came from Lowe's, and I guess they were too rained on, so they marked them down. But I'm gonna plant these in the middle of each one. So we'll do a lamb ear, and then impatient, lamb ear, impatient, and so forth. All right, so let's get started. And then I'll trim off anything that I think that needs to come off. Let me see if you can see. I'll trim off anything. Those leaves were broken, and that one's actually kind of yellowing. So that has a nice root on it. So we're going to start here. And I just put just a little fertilizer in it just to start it off, especially since it's a transplant. And I'm just going to stick that in there like that. And they get dirty. So please pardon. They're very soft and delicate, so I'll try to clean that off. So then we'll come in and plant 2 of the impatient. I should have had these out the pack already. Loosen the root up a little bit. Need another lamb's ear on this side. See, last time my phone cut off, so I apologize. Clip that off. That has a hole in it. I'm just clipping the weak parts off. It'll pick back up and sprout out. Okay, plant this one on this side, and I'm going to give them a little bit of room because I know they'll spread, both the impatient and the lamb's ear. Okay. And we need 2 impatients on this side. I did say 2 in here, and did I just plant 1? I sure did. Sorry. You know, let me just start off with 1, because it's got, let's do that. Sometimes you have an idea in mind, and then when you start planning, the plan changes. Okay, and now I just need to come back here and plant on this side, plant an impatient. I know you probably can't see on that side. Ooh, I'm out here wet and knocking stuff down. Okay, and then the next and last, I think, yep, it evens out really good. We're going to plant this last lamb's ear. So let me get a, let's get in this one. Actually, it's 2 connected together, so I'm going to cut that in half, and we're good to go. All right, so I think that looks nice, and it will eventually fill out. Clean up my mess here, and then I'm going to show you the third way that I save money. Okay, and so the third, I think we're on the third way that I save money is I collect, I collect rainwater in this barrel or drum. Now what I do is I take, I collect it in little containers. Here is one. Um, I've got one here. But I kind of, when I can catch that it's gonna rain, I'll put little containers out like that, and then I just empty them in the drum. So that's a great way to save money. Now this was out collecting water as well. I'm just gonna put just a little bit in there since it's been raining, and then I'll go water the. This is full, and then what I don't use, I pour it back in there. All right, so now I'm just gonna add a little bit of water simply because I have that little fertilizer in there and I don't want them to sit on the fertilizer. It's rained pretty good, so. All right, so that's the third way that I save. I'm gonna mulch these as well. Okay, at this point, I can't remember how many, I don't know what number I'm on. I think I'm on number 4. But this is another thing that I do. I'll take like ground cover. This is Creeping Jenny. And it looks like it could be a flower arrangement, but I actually just put it here. And this is where I grow my ground cover that I want to put as accent in plants. And I'll come and pull it from here. It'll grow back, it spreads. And then I don't have to buy the one from the store that's a little bit in a little, one of those little cups for like $3. So I just grow these every year, and when I need to use them, I just use them in my containers. Let me show you one flower arrangement that I did. Let me see if I can get in here, because this is my garden. I can, anyway, I'm about to step on everything up in here. So here is where I added it to this flower arrangement here. And I just tore off some little pieces, made sure they had roots on them, and they are growing very well. And by the way, here's another area where I planted some of those lamb's ears. They just, and this is still from the front yard that I split these up from. So they go a long way. So consider those lamb's ear. So here's another way that I save money. I have a compost here, and all I do is put in my scraps. See, there's a worm in there. There's a bean that didn't come out the way it was supposed to. So I take some of that compost and I can fertilize my garden that way. So it's been raining, so I'll end up doing this today, just putting it around some of the vegetables, giving it some more nutrients. That way it's going to rain again, and then this will soak down into the roots. So that's another way that I save money as well. So I hope that these tips were some good tips for you, and I thank you for watching the video. And I have worked today. I'm sweaty, so I'm not going to come back on camera, but thanks always for watching and supporting, and may the good Lord bless you all real good. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.